I always make a profit on my spaceships.
It's unrelenting, it's unrelenting. Just when you thought we were going to relent, it's unrelenting.
Yeah, we thought about relenting.
I was pretty damn close to relenting, I'll tell you that.
You're like, I want to go back to bed.
Yeah.
I'm old. I'm tired.
You don't, you're busy, right? Yeah, we're not doing one today.
Almost. I was thinking about yesterday. I was like, I think I'm going to go to the dentist.
Uh-huh.
But then I pulled out the water pick because I remembered that this kind of started a couple of days ago after I was eating popcorn.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I took out the water pick and I blasted that back tooth for a couple of minutes. Mm-hmm. And since then, almost nothing. So I'm guessing there was something lodged in there.
Probably.
That's why when you're old, you shouldn't have popcorn.
Or teeth.
Right. Just, so if you can take them out and clean them, it's way more convenient.
I know. I'm telling you.
You remember all those old movies and stuff when the old timer would pull out his teeth.
Yep.
You don't see that much anymore.
No, they tend to sell you on these permanent titanium teeth.
It's like the guy in the James Bond villain would have Jaws. What was
or
that?
Adam Curry.
Well, maybe, but he doesn't. Can he swap them out from the regular looking teeth to the ones that actually look like platinum?
I think the dentist has to do it for him.
So it's not like Transformer action, but that would be great. It'd be a great look.
Yeah.
Everybody say a silent.
Jaws had pretty cool teeth. That's true.
Well, yeah. Everybody say a silent prayer or, out loud if you'd like to, for the great John C. Dvorak, whose surgery should be starting right about now, double bypass.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
No, it's not as big of a deal as triple bypass or quadruple bypass.
I don't know, man. I think once you get in there and you start bypassing things,
It also depends on which.
It's a thing.
Of the, which of the pipes, which of the arteries it is.
Yeah.
You don't want to mess with the Widowmaker. There's one that's you don't want to. That was the one Kevin Smith had. I thought he had 6 of them. He may have had more than one. But I know it was the Widowmaker was the one where the doctor, and they didn't even have him under. The doctor's like, oh, you're lucky I'm here because, most people, 9 out of 10 people don't survive the Widowmaker.
Mm-hmm.
So it depends on which of the arteries it is. My mom had double bypass and forgot about it 3 weeks later.
Wow.
I may have told that story, but it was because she was very weird. She went in during COVID times. So first she went in thinking she just had a stomach issue. And of course it was COVID time. So they didn't know anything for 24 hours. It was kind of there was an isolating thing. Mm-hmm. And then they come in and I don't remember if it was first that they told her she needed the bypass or the doctor came in and is like, well, you have colon cancer, which she didn't. But then they're like, well, we can't do anything about the colon cancer because you need double bypass first. So she did the double bypass. And when she went to see the oncologist, I think it was 3 weeks later, whatever it was. Mm-hmm. And was a new doctor, obviously, because she didn't know she had cancer before going into the hospital. She had to fill out all that paperwork, new patient stuff. And when the nurse finally then came to call her, she's like, oh, I forgot to put down that I had double bypass on my medical history. And the nurse was like, oh, no problem. When did you have it? And she's like, 3 weeks ago. Wait, you already forgot? So hopefully JCD will be that easily
good as new.
Breezing through, back on the microphone in no time at all.
I'll tell you, it's a good reminder for all of us to go get that cardiologist appointment.
Yeah, I need to. I'm at the 1 year point. Of course, my cardiologist wanted me to get cut. Now, well, not cut open. They do it with the laparoscopic, but hey, get the ablation, man. Get the ablation. You want the ablation. The ablation is good.
Yeah, mine mostly wanted to get advice on shooting.
So he calls you in for your yearly checkup and is like, okay, so tell me about the new Sig Sauers as opposed to the Glocks. What should I be looking at?
Yeah, he's like, my kid's 6 years old now. I feel like he's ready. What do you think? What do you think I should get him as
a nice
first
starter?
Real gun?
Right. Uh-huh. I guess in Texas, is it still, do you start with a rifle or do you go right to the small handgun?
Yeah, well, the old 1022, I think, is a lot of kids' first gun.
It's like a Red Ryder BB gun.
basically, but a little bit more powerful.
Yeah,
A lot of birds are really pissed off about people buying those for their kids.
squirrels are like,
A lot
I'm
of
just
birds,
pissed
a lot of
off,
squirrels. Mm-hmm.
Kids and their guns. You know how it is
Yeah.
in Tejas.
Yeah. Well, it's actually kind of funny because he's from New York, and when he moved here to Austin, he really jumped into being a Texan with both feet.
So he's like, all of a sudden, I need guns, I need chaps, I need boots, I need a hat.
But he's like a New York Jew that's like all into cowboy shit now.
So he's basically a Kinky Friedman.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're like, welcome to Texas. This is what we do.
That's right.
So Gene just got him the starter pack of guns. It was what, like 15 guns, one purchase though.
Yeah, it's a starter pack of guns in Texas. That's
Right.
about it.
Just
Now, how many hours do you want to start off with?
right. And you get some free barbecue on the side. Is that what comes?
No, good luck on that, man. It's not free.
No, not in Texas. First
It's
taste may be free.
Brisket's like $60 a pound now.
Dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like, wasn't the brisket supposed to be like, because it's the bad part of the animal that nobody really wanted, so he had to slow cook it, and it was the cheapo
ribs
meat,
and all that stuff, like the leftovers.
And now they're like, wait, people like this? We can charge more,
and they do now because it is cooked for 24 hours. It obviously needs a little more TLC, but still. Like I've watched the prices triple basically while I've been here.
Well, it is Austin pricing.
Yeah, it is.
Prices of different things in different places are.
I don't know how the hell people live here, frankly.
I don't know. Why are you still there? You don't have a job.
I can't afford to move.
You can't afford to move. So you need a job so you can move, but then once you get the job.
need a job so I can move somewhere. Exactly.
Well, would you be looking for a job someplace more freedom?
Yeah, I know.
Just keep going south. Go down to Florida, and then go down to maybe.
Well, I hear we own Venezuela now. So,
you want to try Venezuela? You want to go take over a country? Is that what you're thinking?
I would no. Why would you even say that? I've never met Trump in person or Pizza Head's like.
Soon Gene is the El Dictator of Venezuela. You just have to get you the hat. That's what all you need is the military cap. Everything else.
I know. It just does look good though. So what we're referring to is I sent Darren an image that I grabbed off X yesterday. I did not create this. This was an image in response that somebody did to response to Tucker Carlson saying that Chabad is now planning all the U.S. military actions.
Well, aren't they?
Well, I mean, when we don't talk about that, but still, I was like, when I looked at that image, like, wait a minute.
That looks like somebody
Who
I've
got
seen.
my photo? You bastards.
So it goes right into the AI, man.
Apparently, there's so many versions of me in the AI now. It just spits them out for other people.
Put Gene in the AI. You're welcome.
Uh-huh.
Why you can't believe anything you see or can't believe anything you hear.
Yeah. And I'm like, God, that's got to be a cousin, man. It's got to be. I can't believe it's not.
Well, if one of your cousins is running a country somewhere, you should go there.
Well, there's
hello,
at least
cousin.
3 of them doing that right now. But
You'd be like the Belky Partakamus to whoever this guy is running a country. Hello, cousin. Can I stay in your guest room?
That's a good job, though.
No, probably not.
No.
You could be a body double.
In Iran, the people that are running the country have not lasted too long.
I mean, not now. They had a good run, though.
Well, that one guy had a good run, but not all the others recently.
You don't want to be the guy taking over now.
No.
You don't want to take over now and go, I'm going to get you, Trump. And then everything around you blows up.
24 hours, which is kind of quick. So the last interview that I heard with the Iranian, I don't know what he was. I guess he was a spokesperson, whatever he was, on Western television is they asked him who's currently running the country, and he kind of hemmed and hawed, and then said, well, we're running the country. So like it's run by committee now. They're to the point now where literally nobody's willing to step up.
I would have said Nancy Pelosi.
But But it's being run by a committee now. That's where they're at.
Hellfire missiles come down in San Francisco. We got our boss.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what? If you're going to run Iran, you don't want to do it from inside Iran.
Well, you realize that is automatically in past tense.
Yeah.
Iran.
Yeah,
you don't want to be coming in to run something that you ran.
I ran so far away.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Flock of Seagulls is having a good time collecting royalties right about now.
You think there are all of a sudden Spotify's like
there is a bunch of Flock of Seagulls videos out there.
We've got to get back to Iran. I prefer the old song "Bomb, Bomb, 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 Iran." That's an oldie but a goodie.
That's from the second Gulf War, I believe.
And then there was one going way back from Dr. Dirty. Remember him?
On
comedian
college show,
like 19. I don't know if I know he had a bunch of like tapes and albums and that kind of thing. You know, where it's like fuck Iran, fuck the Ayatollah, back and forth with the crowd. I mean, this was comedy in the good day.
Yeah.
Today, everybody's all like, "Ooh, you can't say that."
You can say that now again.
Now, if the lefties are around, they take offense.
Oh, yeah. That's true. The lefties take great offense at Iraqi women having to no longer wear burqas. Yeah.
Iranian. Just like on your other show, you keep saying Iraqi.
I know, I keep saying Iraqi, but I mean Iranian.
It's because you've been all those black ops you did in Iraq. I get it.
Iraq just keeps coming back to me. I try and leave and they just pull me back in.
Yeah. Those Iraqi women, though, I mean, there you go. They're welcoming Gene back to the country.
Yeah. Well, the Iranian women are a little hotter than the Iraqi women.
Persians, a little step up.
Mm-hmm.
Still have the same age range, though, once they hit 26 or whatever year.
Yeah, they tend to, yeah.
But can they make falafel?
I think they can all make falafel.
That is the main point.
I'm not a big fan of falafel.
What do you like? Little shawarma?
Shawarma is way better than falafel. Yeah. I mean, I generally lately now for the last few weeks, I've been eating chicken kebab.
From the chicken kebab place.
That's all they have around here, yeah.
So wait, that's all now in Texas? You can't even get good Tex-Mex?
Yeah, I mean in Texas, that's what I meant.
And you're like, but now we got, kebabs all over. No, I guess we're your station.
Kebabs everywhere.
I know you were talking about doing a multi-country broadcast on your other show. I didn't know we were doing one true. Now.
Yeah. No, it's my co-host is going to be in the Bahamas this week, then Scotland the week after.
He's traveling a lot for a guy.
Virginia the week after that. So,
to report back and be debriefed.
Yeah, pretty much. Mm-hmm.
No doubt. Let me look where Gene's IP address is coming from.
Well, that's Bulgaria, but that has nothing to do with anything.
You always have to run a good VPN.
That's right. And my VPNs tend to terminate in Bulgaria.
It's where it's supposed to be. That way nobody can track you down.
Yeah.
I tell you, the new iPad Air out coming. That's now my question for that is, do I get a refurbished M3 for, I think it was like $175 less than a new the M5 now?
I guess it would be, yeah.
With the same amount of RAM. Does the M3 to an M5 make a difference in the iPad?
That's twice as fast, right?
Probably
more than twice as fast.
Yeah, but it's like, so rather than something loading in 1/10 of a second, it loads in 1/20th of a second. I don't know. I normally go for fastest, biggest, baddest, but
it
was very weird finding out. I was always under the assumption that the iPad Air was the lightest of the iPads.
Well, it used to be.
But not anymore, which means the name is a little weird now that the iPad Pros are lighter
than
the iPad Air.
Yeah, and thinner, lighter, thinner. Yeah.
And the iPad Pros, though, just seem to have way more power than anybody would ever need in a tablet.
They certainly have plenty that if they manage to last for 5 years, they'll still be good.
This is true. Well, my old one is over 10 years and still clicking along. I don't know. if their quality rate is still there.
My kitchen iPad 13-inch still runs, though the battery doesn't. But as long as it's plugged in, I can surf the web on it.
You just have to have a really long extension cord.
And no, it's in the kitchen. It's on top of the microwave.
Oh, well, that way it can just power itself through the air, all that radioactive.
Exactly. That's usually how it works, I believe.
I mean, I know some people try to put the keyboards on the units and use them as a pseudo laptop,
Yeah,
which
but they're
is
bigger than the freaking laptop at that point. That's why I don't understand.
Yeah, well, and now did you see the release of the Apple Neo MacBook? I think it's called. It's Neo is in there somewhere. I don't know if it's MacBook Neo.
Yeah, that's right. They put a Neo one in there, which is
running
at first
off.
I thought it said Nano, but that's not correct.
No, Neo, which I don't know what that's supposed to identify with.
It means new.
The cell phone chip is in that laptop, so they've finally gone, which is hilarious because everybody always wanted the full Apple iOS or OS X,
right?
In the like, why can't we do that in the iPads? And now they're using the phone CPU in a laptop, so they're proving you can run the full IO. There's so many letters, it's hard.
Totally. Yeah.
But it's like, now we've got a laptop that is powered by a cell phone CPU, which means a really long battery. And it's like, well, okay. I like Marquez Brownlee. He's like, by default, if you are subscribing to my channel and into tech things, it is probably not the laptop for you.
Oh, okay.
It's too low. But he's like, really, if you're somebody that, has students, especially, if you're looking what Chromebooks maybe have been of interest to you, well, this is Apple getting into the market of, hey, you think the Chromebooks are good?
I think that's a bit of a, he's full of shit. That thing you got to remember is the A18 Pro chip that thing's using, was doing things that laptops for over $1,000 weren't doing 2 years ago. Like, you can say it's a phone CPU, and it is.
Oh, it's still a damn good CPU.
But it's basically the 18th revision of the phone CPU. And the other phone CPU is the M chips, which the Macs have been running for a while. Because the M chip came directly out of, I think it was the A13 line, is when they did the split between the A and the M chips, where the M chip had a lot more cache on board. It was running at a higher speed, but it's same architecture. Like, they could have done this, putting the A series chip into there at any time.
They were just afraid. They wanted to sell iPads and laptops, I guess.
Well, yes, but also you got to remember, Apple's not really innovated in like 10 years ever since Jobs died.
No, there is a lot of, well, here's another new phone. Oh, here's another iPad. Oh, here's another this.
And the differences are so tiny. It's like, ooh, the edges feel different now. Oh, the plug now has faster USB 2.7 speeds instead of 2.2 speeds.
They finally forced us from the proprietary. Yeah. Well, they forced them from Lightning. Finally.
Right. Well, that was a while ago. But and that's probably like the biggest gift Europe gave to us, is forcing Apple to change that connector to a universal one. But ultimately, they've been tiny little changes, minor little improvements. I used to get a new phone every year. There hasn't been a point in getting a new phone every year for the last 5-6 years. The differences are so damn small between each generation. But I think the right now what's going on is they've saturated the upper end of the market. Now the only place they can go is down in price. So maybe expect to have a model of the Mac Mini for starting at like $399 or even $299.
Well, I think the Mini's already there, which is one of the things I think Apple was surprised about, because you're absolutely correct. They were always known as the overpriced. There was nothing cheap. And I think what Apple misunderstood was, by not having that entry level hardware.
Yep.
It was keeping a lot of people from trying it at all. And I think what they're seeing with the Mac Mini, well, not only do the Mac Mini sell well,
yeah,
but I'm betting there's a decent amount of the population that were like me that went, well, you know, I've been Windows my whole life, except for one Apple laptop back in 2009. But, you know, the Mac Mini is priced so well, I'm going to try it. And I like it.
And everyone's complaining, I mean, for sure, me, about Windows 11. It sucks. I refuse to move my main computer onto it. I'm still on 10, even though 10 is officially out of life.
Yeah, no more security updates.
Yeah, well, I'm still getting those, but it's essentially past life.
So you paid, or you gave them the Microsoft points?
Yeah, I signed up for them. Yeah,
here's you paying you for more updates.
Mm-hmm.
I just turned. Well, they're still
which
running,
has to tell them something about the fact that people don't want to move to 11.
That there's really.
I keep hoping 12 comes out before I can leave 10.
Oh yeah, because Microsoft seems like every other operating system is dog shit.
Yeah, it's been that way for quite a while. Yeah,
but I think there were probably a lot of people like me who once trying the Mac Mini, I used it and it was like, okay, it was more than enough for what I needed, but I wanted more.
You complained for the first few weeks to me about how shit isn't in the right place and it doesn't make sense.
Well, there were a lot of things like with the mouse to be able to change things where normally there would be settings in Windows. You had to go get a third-party app.
Mm-hmm.
But once you're in the ecosystem, it's funny because the guy that my wife worked for and I worked for briefly years ago had a tech problem and he called up and I'm like, I haven't touched a Windows machine in like a year and a half. So I'm going to have to think about this for a minute on how to deal with it. Because it's amazing. Your brain just rewires itself and now it just seems so
the
normal.
Windows are weird.
Right. It's like you go to Windows, you're like, hey, why is this X on the right?
Right.
Where the first thing when you get to the Apple, it's like, wait, why is everything on the left? And why is it little circles rather than, I don't understand.
Yeah.
But the lack of any issues with the audio latency have been really nice. And after using the Mac Mini, being somebody that wanted to play around with the AI stuff and things like that, well, that's where I moved that into the Mac Studio, which is more of their premium. They're going to have to get rid of the Mac Pro, I think. The studios are just going to meld into their top end, especially now that you can do the interconnecting at high speed.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
You know, that's where I'm guessing it's going, will be the clustering of the studios rather than a Mac Pro, which seems like it's kind of no longer needed unless they come up with a new trick for it.
Yeah, a $599 MacBook Neo, I think, is going to sell a lot of units.
Well, because for everything short of video editing, I'm guessing it's fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so.
I don't have a problem. I mean, there's no question it'll be able to do audio editing podcast. It'll be able to do video streaming, no question about it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you don't want to do video editing 4K in that. It's not going to have the resources, but for the price,
it'll do fine with a single 4K stream. It's just going to take a little longer to compress it.
And if you drop it, or
no issues with playback.
No, absolutely not. You want to watch your YouTube videos?
Yeah. How big is the screen? I don't.
I think it was a 13-inch.
That is okay. That's same as the MacBook Air size.
Yeah, which is what I would like for the iPad Air, the 13-inch.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm like, I don't need the would be nice.
Which the iPad, the 13-inch iPad Air is twice as much as this thing.
And it starts at $800, the iPad Air. Now, it depends how much of the RAM you want and whether you want cellular in there or not.
Well, the bigger issue isn't that; it's the RAM. Because I don't see getting less than 512 at this point.
You got to get the storage, man.
Because that's non-expandable.
Everything's non-expandable today.
It's $1,000 for 512.
See, I have never used a lot of memory.
It's $1,100 for 512. Well, my phone's 256, and that's almost always full.
Well, it's all that self-porn you're doing. I mean, you really...
Oh, it's got to be.
Or it's all the tracking devices that 3-letter agencies have put into your phone.
Yeah, it just keeps, I don't know what it's logging, man. It just keeps dropping it in there.
It just keep adding more and more and more and more and more. And then you're filled up, and that's when Apple's like, hey, we could sell you more. You want more cloud storage, man?
Yeah, you want your thing backed up, don't you?
Right. And I'm like, no, I don't.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only annoying thing.
I do, ever since I lost photos, I do have it backed up both with Apple and Dropbox now.
See, I still have and I don't know if I'm assuming they still offer it through Amazon with Amazon Photos. Maybe I'm assuming you have to be a Prime member, who isn't?
I thought they got rid of Amazon Photos like a few years back.
Well, it's been grandfathered in because it's still there and it's still backing up any photo that I take to the phone. And you can still go to Amazon Photos and log in and see everything. Does that still work?
Yeah, because they used to. I remember Amazon Photos when that started up. They basically said unlimited storage.
And it still is, but not for video. Now, it's still Photos unlimited.
Okay.
Which I understand because videos take up a lot more space.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's like, no, we don't want to store your whole porn collection for free, sir.
Mm-hmm.
But if you do them image by image, if you go in and you take your videos and you break them back down to just individual images at 30 frames per, then no problem. Just upload them right to Amazon. They were testing out the other day at the convention center in Tinley Park. Hey, we're having a meetup tomorrow for No Agenda /
Oh, yeah, I was going to ask how that went.
Unrelenting tomorrow. Everybody want to show up at Hailstorm Brewing at 1 p.m. Central Time.
I don't think people are going to show up if there's a hailstorm.
Right. I know it's a weird name for the brewing place. And there may be a hailstorm because right now it's 59 degrees. It's going up to like 76 degrees here today.
76 is pretty good.
With storms. I mean, that's not a normal temperature for...
It's 76 here right now.
Right. See, that's not a normal temperature for Chirac.
No.
But we're doing the meetup tomorrow. So if anybody wants to come out, they're already like 25 people RSVP'd on the noagendameetups.com.
RSVP, ECT.
Which I don't know if anybody that actually actually shows up or if most people don't RSVP or I would.
That's always a big question.
And then 3 people show up and you're like, dude.
Mm-hmm.
But at least I'll see Eli, the coffee guy from gigawattcoffeeroasters.com to get some free coffee.
Oh, free coffee. That's something.
I do like free coffee. But in the same town where the meetup's going to be at the convention center, Amazon the other day brought out their new 84-pound drones and was showing them off that they're going to be using out of the distribution center here. And it's got
84 pounds falling on your head feels like a lot.
Right? This is my question for...
I would like to request that no flying over my house.
Could you imagine the amount of damage? That was my thought originally.
That'll damage your roof.
It'll damage your roof.
Not even just you. I mean, if that falls on your roof, that's going to be thousands of dollars.
It'll kill your kids. It'll kill you if it falls on you.
Not worried about that. But the roof part is definitely a thing.
Gene's like, neighbor kid dead, don't care. My roof, fuck you. You are not flying over my roof.
No.
But yeah, 84 pounds the drone is. And it's got a 8-mile range it can go out to. And it will be able to carry packages up to 5 pounds.
Huh.
And it will be promising they're promising under 3-hour delivery on items that are using the drone.
Yeah.
Which is intriguing. It's interesting. I'm sure we'll try it out just to see how it works. And then I guess once you order or try to order with the drone, when you do that, it's going to bring up I'm guessing, maybe a different company, but I'm guessing it's going to bring up the Google Maps picture of the aerial of your home and property
Yeah.
Because you then have to select where
On my roof.
on your property you want the package.
What I have seen is videos of like Uber drones delivering food.
I would assume similar, right?
And it is not food delivery that I would ever want because they don't stop. It's a fly over and drop delivery.
So it's not.
No, I'm not kidding. It's seriously.
There's like a parachute on it.
No, there's no parachute.
How low does it get before it drops it? Holy shit.
10 feet.
Yeah, that's no bueno.
It's tightly wrapped, so it rolls like a football when it hits the ground. But you can't have drinks for obvious reasons. And you can't have anything that you want to not be stuck upside down.
The only thing that would work is burritos, because it doesn't matter which way those
burritos work. I mean, any fast food, I think hamburgers wouldn't care. French fries wouldn't care. Nothing fast food would really care, but you're not going to have anything that's at all liquidy.
You don't want soup.
Yeah. And the video, the guy's sitting indoors and he's waiting for this thing. He's watching it on his phone. And then he's like, oh, it should be almost here. Goes outside and you can hear the noise.
Oh, people are going to love that too.
Yeah, they'd love that. And all of a sudden the thing's like starts dropping down, gets about 10 feet, about double human height over his property and just drops the package. It rolls. Guy runs out there, picks it up. It's like, oh, great. Finally here.
And again, only you would say that 10
I'm
foot
not a fan.
is double human height. I would say it is about a foot over my head.
Yeah, well, you're a freak of nature. What can I say?
But that is going to be interesting to see. Like, I mean, I'm just assuming they place
Austin,
it down.
We have like 4 different car companies that are all drive cars without humans in them.
You got Waymo, you got Uber.
I've taken the photo. I don't know if I sent to you. There's one time where I was in an intersection and there was a car without a driver to the left of me, a car without a driver to the right of me, and on the opposite, facing the opposite way on the same road, there was 3 cars in a row that had no drivers. I was the only freaking driver in the intersection.
So you ran the light just to confuse everybody.
I should have, frankly, but no, I was too busy looking at checking all the cars out and seeing if there's any humans left or if the zombie apocalypse has already happened.
No, the zombie apocalypse has happened. And then I'm surprised you didn't have Amazon drones flying overhead at the same time.
I know. But it's interesting, too, because I would have expected drones here. I think there's been some pushback from the city. Dude named Ben, he lives in a small college city in Texas. He's got drones delivering there. I think they're using them in colleges a lot more frequently because it's a higher density thing. And the students don't really see any problem with their food being thrown upside down.
Drop from a distance.
Mm-hmm.
See, yeah, I didn't realize that. I'm assuming, but I have no idea. But I don't know. The things that Amazon, I think, would ship that they would want to drop from any length would be minimal. Because otherwise, the amount of packing that you would need would be ruining any
but the
cost.
The packing is mostly air. It's just air pillows.
Right. But I'm assuming that the Amazon ones actually, come down and set the package close to the ground. But it'll be interesting to see
that. But I don't know.
But I still want to know what happens if there's some kind of power failure and these things fall from the sky.
Yeah, like on your roof.
There's got to be some kind of emergency thing that would bring it down, because otherwise lawsuits.
Maybe they have parachutes in them. Maybe
the lawsuits would be massive.
Oh yeah.
Like 84 pounds, like that ain't small.
That's like a half a weight of a person.
Yeah, like that is
zipping around the sky.
And multiple. And then what happens when
they start hitting each other? Because they will.
Well, because Amazon's not going to be the only one that wants to use drones.
You can have Walmart drones hitting Amazon drones.
Dude, the wars will begin.
On top of your house, yeah.
Would that not be awesome? Amazon drones, they see a Walmart drone and they start firing on them.
Yeah, you laugh at it now. You just wait a couple of years.
Idiocracy is here, baby.
Uh-huh.
But we got drones. That's all we need.
Yeah, that's all we need, drones. We got plenty of drones, including out in Iran.
And that was the
Or
one
as I'd
thing,
like to say, Iraq.
yeah. That's the one thing I would like to know is how loud they're going to be, because that is an interesting thing that I had really not considered with the drones as far as being a nuisance.
I think they're gotten quieter in the last decade since I had my big drone.
But these are 84 pounders, man.
Yeah, mine was, what was it? It was 5 pounds.
I mean, think about that. That's like 8 times, or no, it's 16 times.
Yeah, it's substantial for sure. Because mine could lift like 1.5 pounds.
And let's assume that these drones actually work. It's like this would be the biggest kick to the balls of the local brick and mortar retail.
Well, your buddy there in Seattle is going to have to find another job.
Well, yeah, you're not going to need them. Just going to have a machine do it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the reality is they will start doing the combo platter, which is having the drones flying off of the truck. So you'll also be able to expand your range. I mean, it's just
so the new job at Amazon is going to be drone technician.
Yeah. You're going to have to know how to fix the drones after people shoot them with a
you're going to have to make sure they're all charged up. Yeah, I could see that. So like basically a UPS truck, instead of driving to each house, just drives into an area, then sits there while the drones drop everything off. And, and the driver's getting them all hooked up. And then when the drones are done dropping things, you drive to the next area.
And it'll be self-driving at some point. So,
well, of course, but you still need to have a human doing some kind of menial task to really make them feel, inferior.
To make sure the drones are getting all the water and oil they need.
Yeah, exactly. Got to make sure, but you can't use the bathroom.
No, that's you.
Hold it in.
Just open the door as you drive down the highway. That's usually the best way to go.
I think that's what most Amazon drivers do.
But that was the one thing Best Buy was able to stay relevant a few years ago when they decided that they would price match Amazon. I think they still do that. They
do, because Ben was looking for a new microphone and for his travels, the USB one, and the price in Best Buy was cheaper than Amazon.
And you could walk in and get it.
Except for they had to special order it, but yeah.
Well, see, okay, there's the problem. But for things that you can walk in,
like a cable,
that gave people the instant gratification, like, oh, I don't want to wait even
That's the thing.
day.
Like Amazon solved that problem here because they have 1 hour delivery. So if I want a cable, that cable's at my house in an hour.
See, they don't have that here for everything. Although
I know that's because you're in a retarded city and I'm in a future city.
But now that we have the drones, I'm assuming that's what we will have, because we are under 8 miles from the. So to be like, hey, here you go. I mean, there are some things we can get same day, but they don't. Although maybe it's just an extra charge thing. Like if you want it now.
Yeah.
It's like most people aren't that impatient. But that'll be fun to see drones falling from the sky. And then who gets it? If a drone, although 5 pounds, I guess, what's a new MacBook Pro with in the box? Does it weigh under 5 pounds? Would it be
3 pounds? Oh, the box is probably as much as the computer.
Right. But it's like, okay, so
an iPad is definitely under 5 pounds in the box.
So what happens if an Amazon drone crashes and a MacBook Pro shows up on your property?
Finders keepers?
I would think. You're like, thank you.
That's usually how it works, right?
Those videos might have to take out the video camera if they're still working on the drone.
Well, the problem is the Amazon owns the video cameras.
True. Although if the thing crashes, I'm pretty sure the video cameras are probably fucked.
No, I mean the Ring cameras.
Oh, well, they'll see everything.
Yeah.
They know where everything is going.
It's all tied in. The Ring cameras are secretly powering the drones.
Well, they have their, what were they calling it? Like neighborhood Wi-Fi or something that was all of these devices sharing Wi-Fi. And I noticed the
Exactly.
Xfinity commercial the other day while watching some NASCAR. And there was something that they mentioned in there, like instantaneous connectivity when you subscribe. So I'm guessing if you don't have Xfinity and you say, okay, I want my cable installed and that's going to be in a week, but that day immediately they're going to be like, okay, here's your access to the Xfinity Wi-Fi, which is everywhere. So you don't have to wait for somebody to come install. No, you could just leech off your neighbor's connection. Not a bad way to go, I suppose. That's how all this internet stuff is just ubiquitous. It's all over the place. But did you, I have not been following this whole Nancy Guthrie story because I don't fucking care. Exactly. Savannah Guthrie's mom. I literally
don't know who that is.
Who was kidnapped, the old lady that was kidnapped.
I vaguely saw something about that.
I know, I've been trying to avoid it. Like the chick from the Today Show, her mom. Now, the oddity, only thing I've seen that I was slightly interested in is that after weeks of investigation, they came back and were asking a bunch of the neighbors if they had any internet disruptions around the same time. And they're like, oh, we think that the kidnapper may have used a Wi-Fi jammer. It's like, well, wouldn't you then have not had your fucking footage for that period of time? Why is this taking you weeks to figure out? And like, wait, maybe they were using a Wi-Fi camera jammer. It's like, well, did you have dropouts of, and how far does a Wi-Fi fucking jammer go? I'm assuming it doesn't go much more than a house or two away from an average neighborhood if somebody fires one of these things up.
They can go further than that. I mean, what they're made for is like concerts, events.
So you can't be broadcasting your Taylor Swift concert while it's going on. But I thought that was weird that it took this long for them to be like, hey, did you have any internet disruptions? And like, okay, what if all the neighbors say yes? What is that giving you? That means they used the device, but it doesn't tell you who fucking used it.
No.
It's all fake news. The world is fake news.
Must have been the Iranians.
I saw, and there was a dude, there was a video that popped up on YouTube, and it was, again, I think the Today Show, like brought this guy on, like, how can you identify AI videos online? It's like, you fucking can't. You can't. It's all over. Your whole timeline is AI videos, whether you know it or not.
I mean, it depends. If you look at the beard closely, you can usually tell.
Most people don't look closely. Most people have no common sense. People could disappear in a video, and most people wouldn't notice.
Yeah, that's
you know, somebody walks behind you and then never comes out the other side. You know,
there are a surprising number of not even videos, just images that people repost and take seriously that are so obviously fake. You know, like there's one recently going around of the great Iranian Navy with all their fighters taking off the ship, and then you look at the proportions of the aircraft carrier to the fighters, and it's like, these are model planes because they're, you know, you can see on a normal carrier that we have the runway and the size of the deck and how big the planes are compared to it. When this thing, it looked like this aircraft carrier could hold like 500 fighters on top of it. Because the fighters were tiny, relatively speaking, to the aircraft carrier.
You're like, yeah, do you know what the scale would have to be on this ship?
Mm-hmm.
But that is one thing that the AI still gets wrong. And I haven't played with any of the newer image models yet. I need to. But I still like the Flux. And one thing I've noticed is that you cannot reliably get things to the right scale around the person, which is why you want to minimize.
Yeah. Dude, they all suck compared to Grok. I mean, that's the bottom line.
Grok is pretty good.
What I've been doing lately,
all that well.
You just can't do it in anything else. So when somebody starts going down the whole woke right line of arguments, you know, Tucker Carlson type stuff.
Dude, I can't stand that dude.
I just click on their little profile photo, do a copy, do a paste into Grok. Say, Grok, put a Nazi flag behind this image.
Wow.
and it does it every single time. And then I reply back to that person there. There you go. Fix your profile photo.
You racist, man.
Yeah, it's like, for most people that shuts them up right away. But for some people, there's one chick last night who's like, what, you think I'm offended by that? I'm like, well, clearly not. I mean, you're making my point for me here.
Well, and
I'm like, well, hey, you're free. I'm going to give you the copyright. You're free to use that as your profile now.
It's that there is no critical thinking.
There's no thinking. Forget critical.
True.
There's just no thinking.
Hey, we heard somebody say this, which is where you really get dangerous. Because a lot of people are looking to incite a lot of bad things, and there's enough idiots listening to them that are like, oh, that must be true.
Yeah.
You can't believe any. I mean, really, they're dropping. I used to have a lot of respect for Megyn Kelly. Didn't always agree with her, but lately it's like,
been a cunt her whole life.
Well, I don't mind people that are, mean. You're right. I said that word a few times on Planet Raid, so I got that out of my...
You got your quota done for the week? You can't say cunt anymore?
Cunt quota. I just had to get it right in, right out.
Women love it when you say that as a man.
They're like, what? No, that's why if we could hear the virtual switches being turned off at any given time.
You can virtually hear the noses of the Karens being upturned.
But she is just not honest.
I never.
Yeah. Megyn Kelly, not honest.
Never liked her. Never liked her. Even when she was on Fox way back when, where they hired her for the legs. No one gave a shit that she was a lawyer. All these lich guys were doing was like, oh, yeah. Check out the blonde's legs. That's all she was hired for. Like, that's why they hired tall chicks, longer legs.
Tall chicks are good.
Well, some tall chicks. But it's like, she was never conservative. She was always somewhere between lefty and middle of the roader. She was the original never Trumper.
Well, she's an opportunistic person, no matter what.
Exactly. And I don't know how people that are pro-Trump forgot when she was doing the debates for the 2016 election, when she had her butch haircut and, we're asking Trump questions about him raping women. I mean, it's like, dude, how the hell do people have such short memories that they somehow think, oh, she's a conservative host? She's just like Tucker. She's on their own channel now. Yeah, well, what happens when they get on their own channel is there's no more guardrails. There's no producers saying, don't say that. People don't like that. And so they start going crazy.
Outright lie, which
they just go crazy. Yeah. I mean, exactly. It's not necessarily what people don't like. It's just, they're just saying outrageous things because they have no guardrails. So not a fan, as you can tell.
No, and I don't blame you at all, because the other day when I realized she was pulling the same scam that everybody pulled on Trump with the very fine people on both sides.
Yep.
And I had a discussion with my buddy Larry over on Planet Rage about it. And he's like, well,
how's he doing?
Sometimes the, ends justify the means. I'm like, well, see, this was my problem with Hannity and Megyn Kelly saying that Governor Newsom of California, who I think is a despicable human being.
But he's got a nice smile.
He's got the great hair, too.
Yeah.
But they're like, well, he's racist because he told a black audience that he's like them because his AT&T scores were low.
That is kind of racist.
Well, one, it was in response to a question of what do you want the average reader of your book to take from your book? Two,
that I'm racist?
It wasn't a black audience. It was like a 95% white audience.
But it had a black or two, right?
Well, yeah, but which makes it the whole audience black. I know when it comes to the people that are wanting to gaslight you.
Yeah.
It's like, why do you... And they go out and they make such a big thing. Megyn Kelly went on for like 10 minutes about how disgusting it was. And it's like, you're lying, bitch.
Yeah. Yeah, they do that for a living.
Yeah. Well, this is why...
the last thing, like yesterday, there's a lady eclipse of her, so I assume it happened within the last 48 hours of her talking about how, it's totally true that Israel's paying all these influencers $7,000 per post Like that was a joke the first time somebody said it. And now she thinks this is actually reality.
You mean you didn't get your check?
Well, I got my check, but nobody, I mean, the point is, they're not just paying bloggers, it's ridiculous. But you know who we did see getting paid $7,000? Massey. There's been a bunch of people reposting donations to his campaign from very terrorist sounding people.
No.
All for $7,000. If you've not seen this, I'm going to post it for you.
No, that can't be.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's funny how the truth has a way of coming out to people that harp on somebody else for something.
Hey, I don't believe anything I see anymore. It really is making it hard to do.
I don't believe anything I say anymore, but still.
I have never believed anything you say, Gene.
Uh-huh.
There's a damn good reason for it, too.
You know you can't trust Gene because of his genes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
No.
You know you can't trust
No.
Gene
I
because
didn't want to. Wait,
okay.
no.
Wait, enough.
I didn't. I'm sorry. I didn't. Stop.
Can you not stop?
You know.
I'm sorry. The auto,
The auto is right.
the repeat wanted to go on. We could just do that for hours. There we go.
Yeah, pretty funny.
Sometimes the computer has a mind of its own.
Yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes just
you push
AI.
buttons.
I know. You push the buttons and you never know what you're going to get.
This bullshit.
Yeah, it totally is bullshit.
But yeah, it makes it hard to try to do a political podcast when you realize that the resources that are out there are just so idiotic, which is why now it's kind of like I only look for things. Like I pulled a clip for the next Planet Rage today from Dr. Drew because it was from Dr. Drew's account.
Okay.
Because if it was from your account or anybody else's account, I'm like, I don't fucking know if that's real. Because anybody can make an AI that makes it look like he's saying something, or it just makes it nearly impossible to be like, well, hey, I'm going to stand behind this.
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure all those people have Nazi flags behind them.
Well, they should. I mean, at least in your Thomas Massey for Congress. That's a lot of $2,000.
Look at the top of the page.
They're all like the same last name.
They're all the same last name. They're all $7,000.
Madrud. Yeah. But yeah. Sam Madrud, Zaid Madrud, Raheem Madrud, Mohammed Madrud. Seems like a lot of people that have a similar names.
Yeah, it kind of does. They're all donating the same amount of money to the same guy. Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
But it's not a coordinated effort.
No. But also the same guy, Sam Marud, is donating $1,000 to Citizens Against APAC Corruption. And the same guy is donating $1,000 to Anti-Zionist America PAC.
Where do we want to send all of our money? Unrelenting.show.
Yeah.
We are the political PAC that you want to be involved with.
Or we're like the only live show on the No Agenda Network now, right?
Well, I mean, No Agenda is on hiatus now.
Right.
I mean,
Which
Planet
makes us
Rage
the only live show.
still goes live.
Who does?
Planet Rage.
Yeah, it doesn't count. You can't hear it. Can't hear it.
Well, it's just because Larry's voice is so low.
Mm-hmm.
We have the Millennial Media Offensive. They still go live. I mean, DH Unplugged obviously is going to be on hiatus for a while too. Yep. Although, you know what? I say that, but Horowitz, he may just
he's going to go solo.
He may just find another D.
Oh, yeah. No.
Yeah.
Why are you applying?
Maybe. I guess I could be. I know it's the first name instead of last name.
I could use another podcast. Sure. Why not? Yeah.
The nice, revenue stream as well would be nice.
Yeah. You think they get some of that?
Probably.
They get a couple of listeners?
I think a few. They've been around for a while.
Yeah.
Now, No Agenda, it'll be interesting to see how long. I mean, I don't know if this was just, hey, we're waiting to see how the surgery goes. Adam seemed very set on not doing any shows until I almost said CSB, until JCD is ready. Although CSB and Adam, that would be a fun show.
Yeah, like with an AI voice, that would be hilarious.
But if you're waiting, I mean, it could be 3 weeks, I think, on the low end, up until, a couple of months before somebody who goes through the bypass and then the rehab.
Adam he deserves a good vacation too.
Oh, I would agree. And my mom, that was the one thing, because again, COVID oddity and the fact that she had to then go right for the cancer surgery. She never wound up in rehab, where with this stuff, they normally will. You'll be in the hospital for 2 or 3 days, and then they want you to go to a rehab facility for a few weeks. It's usually not just kicking you right back home, but I mean, JCD could opt out. It's
to get rid of that, that opiates addiction that they give you while you have the surgery.
You're like, here's some good drugs.
Mm-hmm.
My mom just took Tylenol. I mean, so again, she's like, it's the Polish blood that is...
yeah, that's Slavic blood, man.
Yeah. CSB would agree. But we have a few people to thank for today's show, because we are, in fact, a value for value podcast. I think we had a jingle, but who cares? So Weenie Wawa, he came in with $10.80, and that is a monthly donation.
Mm-hmm.
So we appreciate that. Our buddy Mark Kodra came in with $3.33 twice, even though we did a show last week. So
yeah, I think he's been doing twice for a few weeks now.
You're like, shh, don't tell him.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
I mean, if you're not
on the telly,
right? Thank you, Mark. Kevin Seifert, $5 monthly. Our buddy Scott Codswallop over in the good old UK with $2.50. And then, CSB.
Is that a pound?
That is $2.50 American. So I don't know what that is in pounds. I only go by American currency.
Uh-huh.
And CSB, 4858 Satoshis. He's the last man standing on Satoshis. Howdy, Gene and Darren. Learn how to wield AI tools better. Just search AI Arch Wizard on YouTube and subscribe. Yo, CSB. Kurva. That was
Why didn't he just do like Kuro Wizard or something?
That would have been better.
Nobody can spell arch.
They're like, well, you're absolutely
Americans
right.
don't know how to spell the word arch, dude. I'm telling you right now.
They're like, there's an H? No, what? Or there's a...
Is it ARKHC?
That's right. That's why you got to be very careful when you do the search.
Uh-huh.
Just the way it is.
That's a OnlyFans site right there.
Thank you for your donations. Thank you for your support. Darren's gonna buy some clothes and food. Gene needs a new spaceport. For all of his spaceships, he's kinda nerdy.
I sold one yesterday.
Really? You sold a spaceship?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, how much would you get?
$120.
How much did you pay for it?
60.
Oh, well, doubling your money. That is pretty good.
I always make a profit on my spaceships.
Okay, now, if that's not the ISO for the front of the show, I don't know what is. Marking that right there. Might be the nerdiest thing ever said. But at least,
it's a very profitable activity of selling spaceships.
You need to sell more than one a week.
That's the problem, right? That's exactly it. Because there seems to, it's a particular type of connoisseur that buys a completely unused, fresh spaceship from me. Because most people sell used ones. I sell the new ones. And for some reason, a lot of people just buy the used ones.
Are the used ones cheaper?
Yes.
Well, that could be why.
Substantially.
That could be
why.
My
spaceships still have that new spaceship smell.
Well, that's part of the fun.
That's what I always like about them.
You got to get that new spaceship smell.
Mm-hmm. Kind of smells like burnt toast.
I think it's somebody having a stroke.
No, that's actually what spaceships smell like.
Do you smell burnt toast, my friend?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Now, there was an interesting, I talked about it on Random Thoughts this week.
Is that a live podcast? Is that on a live network?
I don't do it live. I mean, I do the show while I'm alive, but I don't usually stream it live. Although I could, because I do not edit it. Every now and then I will pause, take a sip of coffee, and then resume. But I never go back and edit or anything like that. I'm just that good.
Now you are.
Well,
Took you a while.
True. You
learn. You know what? Here's a little secret. I don't edit just to Good Old Boys.
Well, you should. Have you thought about it? Might be a much better show.
No, I've completely not thought about it at all. It's not going to happen.
Is it done by AI now? Does it take out the filler words?
AI does everything. I don't touch it.
Now, do you feel like it strips the humanity out, or does it still feel completely natural if you listen
tell
back?
me. I mean, nobody could tell that it's not humans anymore.
Yeah, I was listening the other day because it was on the stream, and I'm like, oh, that's what Dude Named Ben sounds like. Still haven't seen a Dude Named Ben donation in a while.
He sounds like one of these guys that talked about, he's from Texas. He can sound like this, talked about nuclear energy plants.
Oh, he's a friend of George W.
He's the friend of John C. Dvorak. This is something I never understood. John C. Dvorak think Tex people talk like this.
Well, how do they talk?
I don't know where he gets that accent, but Dvorak is like, dude, I've lived in Texas 20 years. I've never heard anyone talk like that.
Seems like something from the old Westerns. Hey there, Mitch. Get down off that caboose. Yep.
I think there was a character on the show Dallas that kind of sounded like that back in the day. You've been watching Landman?
Landman, I finished all the seasons.
Yeah. So that's one of Dude Named Ben's favorite shows. I think it's pretty damn good too. It doesn't have spaceships. That's the only problem with it, but it's
maybe
a pretty
next
good
season.
show.
Billy Bob Thornton, you never know.
Yeah. Maybe they'll get down all the way down to the very tippy tip of Texas, where the launch pad is for Starship. Down Boca Chica.
Go down to see Elon.
Do something down there. Elon could make a guest appearance. He's done TV appearances before.
Yeah, and the only thing I remember seeing him in was the one with Sheldon and Leonard and Big Bang Theory. Yeah,
I think he did 2 in that one. Yeah,
but the story that I talked about on the latest Random Thoughts,
a great show.
Thank you, Letitia James.
Download
The New York Attorney General.
Yeah,
is suing a video game company.
Oh no,
for giving and loot crates or something like that, where you could get virtual items that people can then sell for real money, like your spaceships. They were talking about a skin for an AK-47 selling for $1 million. Like,
it's like Call of Duty. Yeah.
Now, the oddity was, she's like, well, this is just gambling. And that's why she's going after the company.
Gambling, it's fur babies. Collecting shit.
It is
totally different from gambling.
It's an interesting concept. I mean,
you might as well ban the EFTs then.
Right. Well,
that's all it is.
You know what you need to ban? You know what you need to go after for gambling would be?
Not spaceships, I'll tell you that.
Pokemon cards, baseball cards.
Totally. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Any sports card, really. I don't have to go sport by sport.
Pokemon cards, I think, kind of is gambling because you get random ones every time you buy them.
Well, so baseball cards are the same way.
Yeah, but, people in theory collect those. But
well, yeah, but the reason people buy is in the hopes to get the expensive card. That's why they always do these inserts.
Right, but dude, when they tell me if I'm wrong, but do they not print the exact same number of cards for each person on the team?
I don't think so anymore. That used to be the way.
Really? Yeah. I thought that was the kind of whole point. Because here's my understanding. Back, in the 80s, it was the last time I bought baseball cards, it sure seemed like the point was to get you to buy multiple packs so you get the whole team.
Right. And the gum, because you wanted the gum.
Well, you got the gum. But the Pokemon cards, which I've never bought, but I've certainly know enough people that have, it seemed like they're literally have very few print rates for cards, where some cards are like there's one that comes out every month or something, crazy rare.
Well, that's what the sports cards do the same thing, and they actually come out as a one-of-one version of the card. Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah. Well, it's gambling 100%, which is why some of these retail value on some of these cards are hundreds of dollars per pack.
It's almost a spaceship. Jesus Christ.
Almost exactly. It's almost a spaceship. It's like it is purely gambling.
Yeah.
And on another Random Thoughts for people that really care, You can find the episode where I went through and talked about the return on investment from the average box of Pokemon cards, Topps baseball cards, this and that. It was the most nefarious thing was the cheapest ass, most basic pack of Topps cards was the worst return on investment, meaning if you spent $100 to buy packs of these Topps cards and then parted out the cards, $25 was the average.
Wow.
So it's like, it's not even like you're keeping your money and, you're just doing it. No, it's gambling. It's all gambling. And I understand why they would go after these companies for hey, I'm going to you have a chance to win this $1 million item if you buy one of these things.
Right.
Of course it's gambling. I'm just surprised companies like Universal Music haven't done that with Taylor Swift, because you would think that would sell 1 billion albums. Like, well, somebody's going to get this.
Yeah, everyone's getting the MP3 version, and then one person gets the actual album.
And then you own it. That's it.
But it costs you $15.
Right.
For an MP3. Yeah.
But that one album that they printed is now going to be worth $18 million. Right.
So you get your money's back, basically.
If you're the one person that gets
one guy that wins it.
It's the same thing casinos work on.
It's a raffle. It's like we used to call those raffles.
Exactly. Which you had to be very careful with that, too, as far as like doing that. You can't be like, hey, we're going to give X amount of people this. Like, well, no, if you're running a raffle, the legalities are, which is why I haven't seen one in a while. But when these contests would run, you'd always have, or you could just send in a self-addressed, or you could send in a postcard with your name, and that's an entry too. You don't have to buy. Nothing's required to buy. Because once
send a postcard that is no larger than 3 inches by 7 inches.
Yes.
And contains both your address and social security number on the outside, and we'll count you as entering. Yeah.
And none of those have ever gotten picked either. So, I mean, there's
no one's ever won that. No one sent them in, frankly.
It is the way it goes.
There was a movie, which is a shocker that we talk about movies in this show. There was a movie called Real Genius with Val Kilmer.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
A wonderful movie. Is totally true to life. I remember that stuff. And in that movie, the really like off the scale, crazy, brilliant guy. The guy that was like smarter than Val Kilmer's character. It was the smartest guy in the world. Highest IQ. He had come up with a plan to send in, there was a sweepstakes things from a cereal or something, where the grand prize was like a motor coach, an RV. And he had figured out how many postcard entries you would need to do to have an overwhelming odds of winning all the prizes in that giveaway. And so he was basically sitting there just printing these things and getting them ready to be sent in. Because now, typically if there's a story like that in the TV show or something, that character would just be buying tons of boxes of cereals and then sending in the box stop.
Right.
But this guy was smarter than that. He figured out the cheapest way to do it, which is to send in the postcards. And then, you spend $1,400 on postcards. This is back in the day when the postcard was 7 cents. And then you have like better than 50% odds of winning a motor coach, an RV. Great movie.
I always wanted to go in an RV to a NASCAR race. Never did. I always figured that would be the way to experience it. Traveling down the highway and stop. I mean, as long as I wasn't driving the RV.
Right. I don't think the driving part is the fun part of the RV experience. I think it's the fact that you have a real bathroom anywhere you will go.
Yeah, while you're going 80 miles an hour down the highway.
Definitely not then. But once you stop, you've got a real bathroom anywhere.
You can take a shower while going 80 miles an hour down the highway.
Definitely not that either. But, when you're stationary, you could take a shower.
You see these showers in the Amtrak, at least watching the videos. My wife's like, you would never fit in there.
No.
Like, I know. But I'd still
have you seen the shower on the Emirates A380?
Yeah. Oh,
that's a 2-person shower, man.
That was Is that the plane that they have like 2 full shower bathroom type things?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And
That's the one that dude named Ben usually flies.
Wow. See, okay. Dude, you definitely got to send us some donations if you're
I know.
flying that.
I keep telling him.
I mean, not only could you fit 2 people in that shower, you could fit like 40 people in the bathroom itself
Mm-hmm.
in an airplane. It's like that wouldn't be a bad way to fly.
No, that would be a pretty damn good way to fly. When you got your completely individual sealed room and bed and everything, and then you got the shower and the plane to freshen up before the plane lands.
You can get any food you want at any time.
Yeah, pretty much.
It was one of these planes the dude was on where it's not even, it just had the touch screen. Like, oh, you want a coffee? Mm-hmm. Just touch it. Oh, you want another meal? Just ask and they'll be there. And, and I it was one of those types
of unlimited buffet on the plane.
It was one of those types of airlines. Obviously, it was not an American airline. And he, the touch screen wasn't working, so he used the little phone thing. Mm-hmm. And he picks up the little phone thing and he's like, oh, yes, can I get a cup of black coffee, please? Thank you. Mm-hmm. And he left the thing on and he was timing it. And it was like 15 seconds later, the stewardess shows up with the coffee. Like, now that's service.
Well, I told a version of this story like 2 years ago and mine was better.
Oh, okay. Let's reboot the story.
Yeah, let's reboot. So this is back. This definitely pre 9/11. This is back when service was getting on place. I'm going to say this was 1999.
You were going to party it was 1999, no matter what.
It was literally 1999. And I was on a flight from Hong Kong to Minneapolis on the Cathay Pacific, sitting in first class. And I remember this moment distinctly. So I'd fallen asleep and I wake up when the plane's in the air somewhere.
Which is the preferred way for the plane to be.
Best way, yeah. You wake up, the plane's in the air, and the seconds after waking up, there is a cute Asian girl that comes up to me and says, hello, Mr. Nafsuyev. She pronounced my name correctly, right?
Well, no.
And yeah, it's amazing. And
that's how you know she was 3-letter agency.
Yeah, exactly.
No airline person would know your name.
Can I get you anything? She says. And I say, I kind of think to myself that, I'm flying back from Asia. I've been eating sushi and things. Like, what really would hit the spot is a lox bagel. Thinking that she's going to say, well, I'm sure when you get back to America, you can get one. It's just very good, sir. Do you want that toasted or not? And a couple of minutes later, I get my lox bagel. Not on the menu, not anything. Personal server just shows up and asks you what you want and they make it. I mean, back in the day, that was what air flight was like internationally.
That's why people like to fly.
9/11, I was really pissed off about because it fucked up air flying. Like pre 9/11, you always flew. You had 3-course meals. You had real silverware, real glassware. You had different champagnes and different wines available to this back when I used to drink. And then 9/11 hits and we're with like plastic forks and a little tray meal that's worse than what used to be in coach.
Well, and it seems like there's more and more really of the dregs of humanity that are on airplanes.
Well, they're stuffing the planes more. That's the other thing is like back in the day, and I used to fly a lot back then. Back in the day in pre 9/11, they considered the plane to be full when it was at half capacity.
Yeah, they were okay with that.
Every time people just had a row to themselves. Or if you were unlucky, there was one empty seat between you and the next guy. And that was like a normal thing. And then 9/11 hits. They all lose money, declare bankruptcy. They come back out of it. Now they overbook every single flight to where every single seat is full.
or overbook, which means you show up and they're like, oh, wait, everybody showed
we
up?
need volunteers.
Right. We didn't expect everybody to show up. Oh, geez.
I had flights. I remember distinctly that this is not that uncommon, but there's one flight that I was on from Dallas to Minneapolis where I was the only passenger.
Those kind of people,
fly
they
those
take
anymore.
photos.
They cancel those flights now. If they can't fly a full flight, like if for whatever reason the flight is only half full, and I mean literally half full, they will cancel that flight and combine it with the next one.
It all depends, though, where the plane needs to be in the morning.
They do no, because they'll run them empty, but they won't take one passenger. It's crazy, man. The U.S. airline system's gotten really bad. Now, internationally, it's better because there are people that won't put up with this bullshit. And so a lot of the Middle Eastern countries, some of the Asian countries, they will have much better airline service than the U.S. does. But Europe sucks. European airlines are crap. Aer Lingus.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's a horrible airline.
Yeah.
What's the German one? Lufthansa, god awful airline. Even the airlines like KLM, which used to give you a free gift every time you flew, they've gotten to shit now as well.
It's like I want to go on vacation, but I don't want to fly, and I don't want to drive. So things are very limited.
I mean, you're kind of on vacation
all the
already.
time. Yeah, true. It's just
kinda.
a staycation.
It is a staycation. Do you really have a desire to go somewhere? Like, dude, at this stage of my life, like driving to Houston for 2.5 hours feels like a long trip.
Right? I know.
And I used to love driving for like 7 hours. You know,
Right.
In fact, the drive between Minneapolis and Chicago, which I used to do all the time, that's about a 6.5 hour drive.
Yeah, we're turning into JCD.
I know it's not a good sign.
No, I had fun, man.
No, what we're turning into is the two Muppets
Waldorf
in the balcony.
right.
Those guys.
Can you believe these guys, Gene? Look at these motherfuckers. Come on.
Yeah.
You think you're funny? Dance. Exactly.
All the kids these days, I tell you.
I know. The music, it's not even music. It's noise. That's all it is
it's
noise.
Get off my lawn, I tell you.
Do you really want to go out? It's mainly just because it's been years.
I have 1 hour delivery from Amazon. What do I need to go out for?
I know. I've got a Apple computer. I can play with AI.
I put 1,000 miles on my car a year now.
But I remember going to a Nashville Songwriters Association camp for a weekend, driving down there in my Camaro, just flying down to 65. Yeah. That used to be fun. Like, wow. It was. Totally. You looked at the adventure of like, wow, it's going to be a 6.5 hour drive.
It's gotten now, dude. I will be driving a truck in American Truck Simulator and I start yawning and I fall asleep while I'm driving the truck virtually.
I believe it.
I went to the degree where I bought one of those ear clipper devices that starts making noise when you tilt your head down for virtual trucking.
Yeah, okay, that's
just how bad it is now. This is what getting old means.
It should have came with that. To be fair, the game should have been provided.
Yeah, they should have given you one of those. But I mean, it's bad enough I fall asleep when I'm actually driving, which happens all the time. But the fact that I'm falling asleep when I'm virtual driving now, come on.
Well,
come on.
I know. Jimmy Johnson, race car driver extraordinaire, who's around our age.
And sandwich artist, yes.
Is he I guess he has Jimmy Johnson.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He was racing in one of the Baja races, he said. Just heard this with I think, the day of the Indy 500. Mm-hmm. And he fell asleep during the Baja race while he was driving.
Exactly. It happens all the time, man.
That's why old guys shouldn't be driving anymore. Although Bill Elliott just won a race at 70 years old. I'm like, damn, dude, good on you.
Was everyone else older?
I don't think so. It was like one of these really low series. So it wasn't, the super cream of the cream, but they were still, regular race car drivers out there doing their thing. But I figure it would be nice to go on. I have not gone on a vacation since the eye blew out for various reasons. One, didn't really want to fly. Two, I still don't like being in crowds because you kind of it's much harder to navigate.
Orient.
So I mean, there's that. And it's like, one, don't want to drive. Two, really don't want to fly because, again, being tall, flying sucks. Now, if somebody was like, hey, would you like to borrow my personal plane? Well, maybe.
Those are smaller. You don't want that.
I need like Michael Jordan's plane.
Yeah, if you have a 737 that's private, that's different. But most private jets, are just not very comfortable. They're too damn small. And your food selection's worse.
You certainly don't get the
you have a little bag of Sun Chips and little miniature bottles of alcohol.
Like the plane they were flying in Landman. That wouldn't be bad.
That's too small. I'm telling you right now.
You want to sit in a nice lazy boy.
It's not all it's good out to. It's not a full standing height plane.
No, I understand that.
And most private planes are not standing height planes.
And ever since I watched like one or two videos of Captain Steve and another guy named Hoover that does airline videos.
Oh, yeah.
My wife, who has never been nervous about flying,
has become nervous now?
Watching enough of these videos, she's just like, yeah, I don't want to fly.
Well, I always used to listen to ATC while I'm sitting in the plane. I always enjoyed hearing what they're talking about. And I don't do that anymore. I would prefer to be oblivious at this stage.
Yeah, no, one of the reasons I wanted the scanner as a kid was that you could pick up the airline traffic, although there was only a certain amount. Although one of the routes into Midway did fly over, where our house was. So you got, it was not exactly a plethora of communications, but there was at least some. And when I worked for a couple of years when I was in college for Radio Shack, you remember Radio Shack?
Oh, yeah.
On 63rd Street, like spitting distance from Midway Airport. I love just tuning in to those channels to hear what was going on. And you're right.
Yeah. Because you got the equipment right at the store.
Yeah, you had the equipment and you were right close to the airport.
Have your police scanner, just tune right in.
And you're right. The more you hear the comment, going back and forth, you're like, no.
That's why I think the Quagmire character on the Family Guy is the most accurate representation of a pilot ever.
Giggity.
Well, that as well. But there's a certain style that all pilots seem to talk when they get on the comm.
Yeah, well,
there's a lot of that vocal fry going on. And folks were just about to level off. Sunny day with slight winds at 180 knots. It's that thing. Like every fucking pilot does that.
And then it's, we just lost engine number 1, but don't worry, the plane will fly. Just flying on one. Just
remember to put the oxygen mask on yourself first before putting one on your child.
We've lost engine number 2. We're pretty much all fucked. Thank you for flying with us. Thank you for choosing Southwest.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say that's got to be Southwest.
I know now that they have assigned seating, I'm really.
Do they?
And I
when
understand.
Did that change?
Well, within like the last month or two.
Oh, okay. I hadn't heard.
But from what I've heard, I have not investigated this myself. They finally did the smarter thing, though, which is if you want to sit in the front row, if you want to sit in the exit rows, they're all
pay more.
Yeah.
So hold on. So the airline that got really big and famous by not discriminating against poor people.
Yep.
Has figured out that
fuck the
people
poor.
will pay more for shit that they want. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that's good.
It's exactly what has happened.
Yeah.
You knew it had to at some point because it's like, well, you're leaving money on the table.
Well, you are leaving money on the table, but I will say they nickel and dimed you to death on that airline. I've seen people that think they bought the cheapest ticket to go from point A to B, but then they're paying like an extra $70 for luggage and their drinks, just water is $2 a bottle. Like everything gets nickel and dime to the point where your total cost for that flight was probably more than it would have been on a normal airline.
Yeah, one where your seat was a little larger.
One where everything was just included for free.
Well, because one of the other big scams with the Southwest was, if you're traveling with children or if you need help, you can board first, and then they'd still let you take the first row.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a scam.
It's like, no, not fair.
Back row. If you have kids, you're way in steerage.
Right. There should be a children's section in the back.
In the back.
Or
right next to the bathroom.
Check your kids with your baggage. Much easier.
Yeah, well, no shit. Put them in a cage.
Hey, I always didn't think it was as crazy of an idea for a BA Baracus Airlines. I was always like, you know what? This would be great. Can I show up at the airport, somebody fucking drug me, and then wake me up when I get to where I'm going? I always thought that would be the way to go.
Well, a lot of people take Dramamine when they get on the plane.
I know, which makes it even more fun when people are just completely out because they're not good flyers, I guess.
Yeah, which I think I've taken drugs maybe twice during a flight. And let me just tell you, cocaine is the wrong drug to take when you're on a flight.
Hey, pilot! Hey, can you tell me what's going on? You know, little tweaking back here.
Yeah, no, because the flight takes twice as long.
You don't want to be hyper inside of a little metal tube.
It's not even the hyper so much. I mean, what Coke really does is it boosts your frequency of your brain from 60 hertz to 120 hertz.
I wouldn't want that.
It like all of a sudden you're just paying attention to shit that you wouldn't have noticed.
What's that noise? What's that noise?
Why is my heart making so much noise?
My heart is louder than the fucking jet
boom,
engine.
The boom, but the boom, yeah.
Is this like normal?
Yeah. What is that burnt toast everybody keeps talking about?
Give me coffee. I need coffee.
No, you believe me, you do not need coffee with Coke. See
if your heart can actually explode. Still got my 2 cold brew gigawatt coffee. They're going to try one today. And they really have
gigawatt.
Giggity. They should really have that dude on the in the ads. Quagmire. Giggity.
Very close to pretty expensive to rent.
Probably. You know, Eli said there was like 200 milligrams or so of caffeine in each one, which isn't really bad. Because I'm like, well, that seemed like a lot. And then I looked it up and I was like, well, a normal medium roast 12-ounce coffee is about 150. So basically what it tells me is just don't drink it fast.
Oh, because it's really milligrams per time.
Yeah. Because it's going to wear through. And it's just that with the cold brew, you can just like down it. Where hot coffee, there's the whole thing's built in that you can only sip it so fast or you're going to burn yourself. Right. Where the cold brew, you're like, wow, this is good. See, Brooklyn says you're so delicate. Cocaine makes you sharp. I'm sure.
It does make you sharp. That's true. I agree with that.
Obviously, see, Brooklyn speaking from a place of authority on the matter. I don't know how sharp you want to be in an airplane, though.
Yeah, you don't want to poke it and have all the air come out of it.
But I still kind of want to do a train trip.
So Jolt Cola had 282 milligrams of caffeine.
Okay, so this is like nothing then.
Yeah, you remember Jolt Cola.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was big before balls.
It was big before everything. It was their marketing slogan was
twice the sugar and twice the caffeine, right?
Yep, that's a great marketing slogan.
Hey, we remember it.
Yeah, how many, like 50 years later, if I can remember that slogan? Because it was, as a kid,
it was everywhere.
It was like a miracle. It was like, holy shit, all the sugar
twice the caffeine. Oh, yeah. I mean, if you were staying over at your buddy's house playing video games.
Hell yeah.
You're like, give me some of those.
Cola was that, like, you know, I'd be sitting there drinking a 6-pack of regular sugar Coke back then, but Jolt Cola, that was special occasion drink.
Yeah, you did not want to over imbibe.
Yeah, I went to dude named Ben's house to drop off. I gave him 4 monitors, and so he could game properly.
I just thought he really liked porn.
Well, it turns out that's what he actually uses them for.
Right. He's like, gee,
but
I need
what
it for
I was
my
giving
gaming.
him to him was to play video games.
Right. So you can't be blamed.
No. And I bought a can of Jolt to give him because he's never had Jolt. And so Jolt is 41 years old, and I got a can of it delivered. And I was like, okay, dude, this is the drink I used to drink back when I was a young kid playing video games.
Well, they rebooted it for a while, right?
3 times they've rebooted it now.
Is it back again? Was this a new one, or was this like a vintage can?
Nope, brand new. Yep, it's rebooted again for the 3rd time.
And does it taste the same?
It tastes similar, but not exactly the same. I think there's a lot less sugar now.
What about happened to all the sugar?
They don't have the logo anymore. They don't have the little saying anymore. It does still have plenty of caffeine. It's got taurine in it as well now.
I take taurine every day.
Well, you can just drink a Jolt. Drink a health drink like Jolt. But it's close. It's not quite exactly there.
Let's see, the closest place I can buy it is in Munster, Indiana. What they probably won't sell it in Illinois.
Yeah,
Hammond,
maybe it's banned in Illinois.
I guess you will hear Naperville, Illinois, so there is one.
You found some. Yeah.
One place is this, but everything else is Indiana on the Jolt colon near you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on. If I want to be unhealthy, let me be unhealthy.
It's not really unhealthy. I mean, it's got all the, it's got electrolytes.
But it is weird to see the map, and it's like everything is
That's
like
what your body craves.
All these red circles, all right over the Indiana border, and almost nothing in Illinois.
That's funny.
It's like we go get fireworks as a kid. Like, oh no, it's banned in Illinois, but you can go to Indiana because they're the cool neighbor.
Dr. Dobbs' Journal used to have a Jolt Cola Award. They presented to notable computer companies starting with 1991.
The good old days. And then Balls came out.
Dennis Nerdly in 1993 film Jurassic Park drinks Jolt Cola. I think that's the fat dude.
Oh, well, that would make sense.
Yeah, of course it would make sense.
You're like, but you got so much caffeine, you think you'd want to get up and move.
Mm-hmm. Jolt Cola was featured in the 1995 movie Hackers.
Well, I can imagine that as well.
Yeah.
Hacker culture.
Jolt Cola makes an appearance in the season 8 in Mystery Science Theater 3000. Uh-huh.
It was the precursor of all the energy drinks.
All the energy drinks. And this is good. I don't recall this, but it must have been true. In season 3, episode 5 of Stranger Things, they drink Jolt Cola, which, of course, that series takes place in the 80s.
Yeah, I watched the first season, I think, and was like, yeah.
That's the only good one. They all go downhill after that. The stories are retarded.
Yeah, that's the problem with most TV today. Although I was surprised we've seen now the first 3 or 4 episodes are out of the new Scrubs, and that actually is good if you like the old Scrubs.
Okay.
It's really it's like nothing has changed, including the sexually inappropriate jokes.
Really?
Which is great.
I didn't think they've had any sexually inappropriate jokes. They were all appropriate.
Hey, they were funny. That's all that you need to know.
Uh-huh. That makes them appropriate.
And I'm sure it was, again, one of these things that was problematic for a lot of the world, being that the 2 main characters are best friends and one's black and one's white. Oh, God. How horrible.
Well, I thought the thing that stood out was you had a black doctor.
You're like, I can't believe it.
I mean, this is not realistic as far as the show goes.
He's still around. Turk is the head surgeon. And of
course,
yeah.
Wow.
Now there are the new
that's doctors. Right. He was a surgeon too.
Yeah. And now JD comes back and takes the job, the head of the hospital. So this is how hilarity begins to ensue yet again.
I always thought that they could have used House in that show.
A character like that, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The know-it-all.
Well, the
totally
smart
different,
one, yeah.
Totally different styles. I mean, one is comedy, and House was not comedy. There were funny moments, but it wasn't exactly. I mean, besides
when the 17-year-old's hitting on him, what can you do?
Which one?
House.
Which 17 is?
The 17-year-old that was hitting on him and he wanted to date.
I don't recall that.
That chick that was his boss wouldn't let him.
Yeah, I remember the boss.
Have you watched House?
Yeah, but I have not rewatched, so I have not gone through a second
Hugh Laurie, who is the House dude, is in a TV show that I recently watched, the season 3 of Tehran, which dude named Ben refers to as that Israeli propaganda show. But Tehran's a pretty good show. If you want to get into another TV show that's pretty good, that's a good one. It's about a Mossad agent.
And what does Laurie play?
In Iran. What?
And what does Hugh Laurie play? He's the Mossad agent?
Oh, no. So Hugh Laurie shows up in the 3rd season playing a South African, a nuclear inspector.
Ah.
Mm-hmm.
A new accent for him.
So he gets to do a South African accent. Yes, he gets to basically play Elon's dad.
Nice.
Have you seen Elon's dad?
No.
Yeah, he's an interesting character. They apparently don't have a very good relationship, but I watched a video on him recently on
YouTube.
Yeah. And Elon had quite the childhood.
Well, and now he's the richest man on the face of the earth.
Well, apparently he was the richest kid in South Africa when he wasn't. So that's pretty interesting.
He had a good start.
He had a good start. His dad had a Rolls, had a Ferrari, Maserati.
And why not? If you got it,
and Elon used to love to take those cars apart.
Oh, we wanted to see how they work.
That's what his dad was saying. He wasn't the best at mechanics, but he really enjoyed taking them apart.
And if you can understand the mechanics behind things like that,
like hand-built super exotic cars, yeah.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. And then you can start doing that with watches and things like that.
I could make a rocket out of this Ferrari.
Right. And why not?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there's only 1 car battery in here. What if I put 24 car batteries in here?
Then it could be like
That's where it all started. Yeah, somebody should make like the equivalent of Shakespeare in Love, but for Elon Musk.
Well, you're the guy to write it. The love letter to Elon.
I probably could. I've got an AI.
Hello,
Grok.
You have more than one.
No, I'm pretty monogamous with my AI, unlike the rest of y'all.
No, we like to sleep around. You got to get around it.
Man, I like my AI to be able to do whatever I tell it to, and not tell me, "Oh, I'm sorry, I can't do that. That's against my rules and regulations that were set up by a bunch of libtards."
Ooh, that's why you get your own, baby. LLM. Run your own LLMs locally.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to drop 10 grand to do that.
You don't need 10 grand. You can do it for 4. There you go.
I mean, I did buy a new video card.
You finally got your 5090?
No. I just couldn't let Ben have the faster video card.
I knew that was okay. We're on the bingo card. I knew this was going to take like less than a week that you were going to have to upgrade.
This is about a week. I have to buy the same card he's got.
Because otherwise you get
Actually, I bought the overclocked version, so mine's technically a little bit faster, but it's the same model of the card.
So, and how, the other question would be, how many, I was going to say seconds. I'm going to go, how many milliseconds between the time of you ordering the card to informing Ben you ordered the card? How many milliseconds between those two?
No. I waited till I installed the card before I told him.
Did you like want to play?
In fact, I didn't tell him. I sent him a screenshot showing a faster performance than he had. Mm-hmm.
See,
I was like, man, this game's sure running quick.
I knew when you told me Ben was giving you the frames per second updates. I knew.
Yeah.
Now the only question is how much of
and Ben immediately upgraded to 64 gigs of RAM.
Right. I'm like, how much of a competitive guy is he now?
None. We're not competitive at all. What are you talking about?
Is he gonna? So if Ben wants to get rid of his old card for cheap, he can send it to me and then get the new one that'll be faster than yours.
Yeah. Well, I need to sell my old card, frankly, because it's still worth good money.
Well, yeah, because people want to use AI on them.
Well, and the prices are not going down. So,
well, because people can't get memory.
Yeah. Yeah, and this thing has 16 gigs of it, so it's not. I mean, you can get 24 gig cards now. You get, if you go specialty cards, you can get even more. You get 32 or 48, but those are crazy expensive cards.
Well, yeah, because they're very specifically for
AI. Yeah,
and that's the only thing you can do. Although I'm kind of intrigued with the Apple again being able to daisy chain.
Yeah,
I would assume that these video card makers, even on the lower end cards, it's like the feature you need is the ability to daisy chain those. I remember back in the day, I was running 2 video cards just for running the NASCAR game.
Mm-hmm.
So why this should become a thing again, where you just need the slots to run them.
They kind of got rid of that.
Right.
It was a thing for quite a while, probably over a decade, but I think the issue right now is like when this new card is going full steam, like it's at 100%.
How loud?
It's not very loud. The fans are actually, I tuned them to be a little quieter. So if you put it at max fan speed to really cool it down, then it is pretty loud. You can hear it. But no, what I was going to say, it's running at 350 watt.
Ooh.
Just for the card. Imagine putting like 2 or 3 or 4 of those in.
You'd be running an easy 1,000 watts. You'd be
just for video, not including the computer for everything else.
And the maximum out of a normal US outlet is what, about 1,500 watts?
No, you could get 2 kilowatts out of there. A lot of kitchen appliances are 1,800, 2,000.
Like your little space heaters.
Yeah, exactly. Those are going to be between 1,500 and 2,000 usually.
And if you go over 2,000, things get crazy.
2,000, you're starting to get into wires heating up. Now, if we were running 220 the way Europe does, that would be not an issue. But because we're running at a lower frequency, then wires tend to heat up more.
We need to build our own power plants.
Yeah, well, what we ought to do is actually switch to what do they call it? Three-pole power, I think.
We need more power.
Three-phase power. Three-phase power. That's right.
We need more We need more power.
That's what the industrial things utilize. Like, if you have an industrial cement mixer, not a home cement mixer, or things that are meant to be doing industrial work, they'll run on 3-phase power.
Just for more AI.
Which is, I think, 360 volts, I believe.
When is the AI just going to be? When is the AI bubble? I thought was supposed to happen already.
We should be getting to it. There's a company that was going to build data centers in the sky that I talked to about doing a project for them right before COVID. And now I'm reading that SpaceX wants to do that.
Right. Well, yeah, I thought they wanted, right, exactly, to have which seems
I was
insane,
talking about that
but
6 years ago.
But I guess the fact that you now have Starlink and the ability to communicate, and I guess it wouldn't really be much different.
It's a stupid idea. I'll tell you that. It's always been a stupid idea, but a client wanted to do it, so I was on board. But what's a much better thing is to have all your data centers be in Greenland.
Oh, there's plenty of room.
Because you've got, first of all, you have unlimited cooling. And secondly, for half the year, you have 24-hour-a-day solar power.
Ooh, that's a good point.
Now, the other half of the year, it's dark, so you don't have anything. So you got to still have like nuclear power plants there.
Or you have to turn them off for 6 months out of the year.
Yeah. But even if it doesn't even matter. It's like if you get 6 months worth of solar coming in, that's basically 24 hours a day. It's a little less than that because the sun does go low. It's not.
Yeah, and are you really getting enough solar? How many panels would you need? Because these are not low power sipping things.
No. Yeah, but I mean,
it would give you a little supplemental.
Doesn't matter how many pounds you need. You can put them in there. You got plenty of space.
A little supplemental power, always nice.
Yeah. So that's a good thing. I don't know if there's any active volcanoes in Greenland. I know there's tons of them in Iceland. Iceland is really the ideal place, data centers, because you have thermal energy for your power supply, and you have the cold climate for your cooling needs. So it's really good, but it's a little tiny island.
Well, can't you just put them all in the ocean?
Quickly.
Let's just bury them in the ocean underwater.
So if you start heating up water, you've got problems because, well, there's a number of things. First of all, warm water tends to be a very good environment for all kinds of
bacteria,
single cell organisms to grow. They enjoy the warmth. And so you're going to have these massive blooms of crap all the time to deal with. You're going to then also kill off anything that doesn't like warm water. It's the same problem you have with desalination plants. Like you think, oh, we can desalinate water and you're right next to the ocean. You just dump it right back in the ocean. Well, if you did that, you would kill off all the ocean life because all the critters that live in the water are very sensitive to everything. They're sensitive to the amount of salt in the water, the amount of oxygen in the water temperature, the amount of carbon dioxide in the water. They're like, all that crap will prevent or encourage a variety of critters from living there. You know, when the water got warm near Japan, they have a massive outbreak of jellyfish.
So you just throw some ice in the water.
Well, yeah, but where are you going to get the ice?
That's not
Greenland,
problem. Right?
Well, you might as well build a data center there.
But that's why they want them in space.
Yeah,
vacuum. What a great way to cool down your hard drive.
It's actually a horrible way to cool things down because the only method of heat exchange in space is radiation. So on the ground, we have also convection that we can use besides radiation. And there's a third method. I can't remember what it is of heat exchange. But in space, the only one you have is radiation. And if you've ever seen the panels on the International Space Station that are always at a 90-degree angle to the solar panels, those are your radiators. And what they're doing is they're radiating infrared energy into space. That's the only way to cool off the ISS. Because you think about it, well, space is cold. Yeah, but you know what's a really good insulator?
Space.
A vacuum. That's what's in a thermos, is a vacuum.
That's why my coffee stays warm.
Yes. So if you put something warm in space, it will stay warm damn near forever.
Convection, conduction, and radiation.
There you go. So I knew I was missing one.
Net always knows.
There you go. It's nice to have somebody willing to type things in and get an answer from AI.
Finally, one smart person listening to the show, Net.
Mm-hmm.
We're just looking at Amazon Seagate 32 terabyte hard drive, only $760.
30. That's what they're up to, huh?
32. Yeah.
They're still trying. I'm not using any hard drives anymore. I'm purely SSDs.
Yeah, I would like to do that, but I have too many music files.
Yeah.
Although I'm pretty much looking at...
I've got 12 terabytes of SSD right now running.
Which isn't bad. If you can afford it. They're making more and more of these enclosures or gas
I've got one that'll hold 3 more of them.
See, there you go. And I can still fit one more into my Mac Studio little expansion.
Yep. That holds 2?
Yes.
Oh, really? Okay.
Now, the downside was it was slightly slower. It doesn't give you the full Thunderbolt 5 because it has 2 and each one uses half of the...
That makes sense.
But it's like it gives you double the storage, which would be nice.
Right. And technically, it shouldn't really be half the speed because unless you're copying from one to the other.
And it's still pretty damn fast compared to everything we've had previous to these. When you go back to mechanical drives, you're like...
Oh, they're god-awful slow. But when you're used to the internal one operating at 7.5 megabits, and you go to the external that's at 1 megabit,
it's slow.
You're like, ugh, 10 gig Ethernet is slow. Fuck that shit.
Need faster, man. Always need more speed.
Yeah, I need everything to be running as fast as the internal 4th or 5th generation now. M2 drives.
Got the need for speed.
Yeah, give me over 10,000 megabits.
What I really should do is just build another big NAS and get rid of the 3 NASs that I currently have that are mainly 3 to 6 terabyte drives.
Yeah.
And get a few really big drives and kind of just condense.
Yeah, totally. You should totally do that.
It's always something. Donate, everybody. I need more hard drives.
Yep.
Third world problems. I need more hard drives.
Well, it's really a first world problem.
I know. I was making a bad joke.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean.
Now you're going to tell me you don't know how to spell AI Archwizard.
HRWZYRD.
And he needs to find more voice talent because Vox has other things going on now. So I don't know.
I think he's finally started using AI. I've been telling him to use AI for literally 3 years.
To do an AI show? That doesn't make any sense.
Exactly.
Why would we use AI for an AI show? Don't deal with a voice
actor. They suck. They're persnickety. You don't want that. You want an AI that'll just do what you tell it.
And you can dial it in, get exactly what you want.
Yep. Just got to buy a $4,000 Mac first, but then you're good to go.
Well, the reality was I was able to produce the same thing on the Mac Mini. So yeah, while it's maybe a little faster, I was still able to do almost as quick on the Mac Mini. So it's not even like it takes that much, at least the text to speech. That does not take a whole lot of processing. Video, yeah. Image creation, yeah. But the text to speech, no. It's very interesting stuff. Now, if it would just be able to pass that sniff test, you would think it's hard for the videos to pass. You would think it would be much easier for AI voices to pass the sniff test, but there's still most people, they're like, nope, don't believe it. I mean, I don't know if it's because the voice is too friendly.
I'll tell you what it is. It's every time you ask the question, like, so do you think this sounds like AI audio? And people say, yep.
Always does, even though it's not.
And that's the thing. It's like, okay, how about you ask the question like, hey, what do you think of this new artist? I'm really getting into this music. Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah. And then they don't mention anything about AI because you didn't use the word AI in there.
We have never done the double blind test where you can
I keep waiting for Biero to do one of those tests.
Right? I mean, that's what I would like to see.
Yeah.
You know, with people like, what do you think it's AI or not? Just average people, get 20 people in a room.
Like, go find a couple of unsigned bands with original music.
Yes.
Pick the same style that the band plays. Do AI music that's not the same thing, but sounds similar. And then give people, 4 songs. And then don't say, okay, like 3 out of the 4 are AI. Just tell them, are any of these AI?
Correct. And pick them out.
And half the people are going to say, yep, all of them. Well, and then the other half are going to say, yeah, maybe one, but I don't know which of those. Because people don't actually hear the difference anymore. If it's done right. And that's the thing. It's like, if you compare an AI piece of music done by somebody who's never done that before and just hits a button, yeah, it's going to sound like AI. You compare it to AI music done by somebody who actually has musical knowledge.
Who molded it. Yeah.
It's not going to sound like AI.
Before one of the shows the other day, I was playing the new Lesbian Bed Death, a band that's been around for at least a decade.
Yeah, I think Dvorak used to talk about it all the time.
And it got, this sounds like AI. I'm like, well, okay, maybe they're using AI now, but they've been around for longer than AI, so it's not an AI band. But immediately, because it was very like raunchy kind of lyrics, people just assume, it's got to be AI. I don't know why, but that's where people are going. But with even just the regular speaking voices, music is one thing, but why is it so hard to come up with a natural sounding voice that people don't go, hey, that just sounds a little off still? I don't know what's missing. I don't know what kind of humanization script that you need to add in to vary the way the speech is coming out. One, you've got to have a little bit of pause every now and then because people who aren't professional podcasters don't usually speak in full sentences without pausing it all and keep going and going and going at the same pace.
And they the hell out of everything.
Yes. Which even Bill O'Reilly, see, I was, always like very critical of that until I heard Bill O'Reilly on doing a phone interview like 5 years ago or so. And it was, It's like, oh, I thought you were a professional. It is very hard for people to do it on the fly to pull out the ums
they
and ahs.
weren't used to speaking the way that you and I are. They're used to reading a teleprompter.
Yes. But we're just
different
thinking.
Skill set.
It's coming out of our brain. You just got to pull the ums and ahs out of your
half
brain.
my brain time behind my back, maybe.
Okay, Rush.
I miss Rush.
No, I'm doing the Seinfeld theme, not the Pretenders. I can't. The melody is escaping me for the Rush Limbaugh
used to
theme.
play Money quite a bit too.
Well, he liked money.
And
he got a lot of money. Rush made a lot of money.
He got some money.
Got him a lot of money doing the Rush Limbaugh thing. But no, we're podcasters, so we need your help. Go to unrelenting.show/donate. Do it now while you can.
We need spaceships.
Well, you sold one. So, I mean, now
I did. I need to sell a lot more.
You're kind of pulling them off. The last streaming Satoshis for this show, and I know you told me never to mention it again, but I thought I just want to mention that the last streaming Satoshi came from Dreb Scott on August 22nd of last year. That is the last streaming sat we had for this show.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And CSB is the only one that wants to keep boosting, and see Brooklyn every now and then, and NetNet. Just send your Cash App. $sign.
Your Cash App. That's a great line. I love that.
Ozzy Ball. Just send it via Cash App now.
Don't send water or blankets. Just send your Cash App.
Load it up. Send it over. Well, and then you've got to be like all excited about Elon's coming out with X money.
Yeah, he's been talking about it for quite a while, though. As usual, Elon mentions this shit like years before it's ready.
Oh, but it's in testing now so much that William Shatner's using it.
Really?
Yeah, he's been posting about it. He's loving it.
Well, he's definitely on the forefront of money.
Yeah, well, he's got it. He knows how to make it.
He knows
made
how
it
to
for
get
years.
it from fans. Yes.
He's like, just give me a little more. I need your money. Please send it.
Uh-huh.
Oh, who does? My wife hates, hates is a strong word.
Money?
No, William Shatner. She can't stand watching anything he's in, even though she loves like all the other Star Treks up until the woke one.
I was going to say, wasn't she a Star Trek nerd? How's she not like Shatner?
I don't know. It's very weird.
That's bizarre.
Like, he's funny as hell, man. He was great in that not Law and Order, but Boston Legal.
Boston Legal with the other guy.
James
Bader.
Yeah, the guy that was in the Blacklist. James
Blacklist.
What's
Same
it?
guy.
Slater. No,
Spader.
Who?
James
Spader, yes.
Jesus.
Yeah, I didn't hear you.
Clearly. What, you going deaf now?
Maybe. I was thinking I should go to the dentist, but maybe I should go to an audiologist.
It's unrelenting. It's unrelenting.